Okay, in this video I'm going to try to show you how to use GeoGebra to solve a geometry problem. In particular the IG, so I'm going to call it KCHIG Ed Maths textbook from Oxford University Press. That is OUP, Chapter 9 test, problem number 3, and there it is. So let's just start by opening up GeoGebra. Now, we did have a little bit of a problem here. So let's start with GeoGebra.org. GeoGebra.org. I just go to Start Calculator and that should do it. Now I noticed in class today that one of the students got onto a different app, really. And this is an app. When it says graphing up here rather than calculator, you're in an app that's been created by GeoGebra only for giving students exams. So they've taken some of those functions out. The functions where, for example, you can measure the area of a polygon or you can measure the length of a line, because they're expecting the students to calculate those during the exams. So make sure that up top in the URL bar up here, it says GeoGebra.org calculator, not GeoGebra.org graphing. So if you see what I'm doing right here, I've got GeoGebra.org calculator, okay? And so let's go back to the question and let's get it started. You'll see quickly how useful GeoGebra is. So I have 3 points, 0, 8, 8, 5, and 4, -1. Now it's probably a good idea for many reasons when you're doing work on a computer or on a calculator for you to make sure you have a sheet of paper or your notebook or something like that handy where you can jot down little pieces of information. Now you're not needing to go back and forth all the time between tabs. So I'm just going to note down these particular, and let me just look at what I'm looking for here. So in my sheet you can see I'm going to note down the coordinates. I'm going to also notice what am I trying to find. M, N, and P. These form a triangle, and M is halfway midpoint of BC, and P is the midpoint of AB, and C is, let me see, N is the midpoint of AC. Okay, so those are the kind of things that I'm trying to do. So that's easy. This should be really easy. I want to find the coordinates of points M, N, and P, the equation of those lines, AM and BN, all right? And then I want to show that the point also lies on CP. Okay, so that's something that's going to require a little bit of text or something, but visually I should at least see it anyway, okay? You know, it's going to require actually me putting the coordinates of this point. The intersection is between AM and BN, okay? So I need that intersection. Okay, so now I have a pretty good understanding of the problem. I've read through it. It looks easy to me, actually. And now let's just go and solve it, okay? So let's get, here I am. I've got my points. Now, it's a good idea to put the points in order, and you just need parentheses 0, 8, and then hit enter, and you've got A, and then you need parentheses 8, 5, and then enter, and then parentheses 4, -1, and now I've got A, B, and C in there, okay? I'll scroll out. I use my wheel on my mouse to scroll out a little bit. I'll move. It's always important in GeoGebra to be on the move arrow when you're not using one of the tools. Sometimes one of the biggest problems that students make with GeoGebra is they start trying to move something when they're actually having one of the tools activated. That's a mistake. Now I should go here to my settings and probably label all points or something like that. I'm going to show the label here of these points. I don't think I need the setting. I don't think I need the value. Yeah, the point should be enough. So there's B, and there's, I'm going to show the label. That's C, and then here. Again, I'm in the move. most of the things that you're going to do in GeoGebra, you're going to want to be on this move tool, right? Including moving around. Now, so I've got ABC, I've got a triangle. Unfortunately, this textbook doesn't put things in counterclockwise or anti-clockwise order, but that's okay. Just for the fun of it, I might use the polygon tool just to, I'll come down and hit more, and just to sort of shade in that triangle a little bit. Where is polygon? There it is. Here's my polygon. I go from A to B to C and then back again to A. If I want now, again, I need to hit this move tool. If I want to change the color a little bit of that polygon, I can make it kind of really light. That's, to me, that's a good idea. Okay, so I've got this polygon, this triangle ABC, and I need the midpoints. So I'm just going to use the, and you know, this is pretty obvious. Now, here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the settings, and when I have a new point, I'm going to label it. I'm going to probably label a new point, okay? And that's good, all right? And I'm going to label these things. See, anyway, let's just do that. So let's find the midpoint. So I use the midpoint tool. And where is the midpoint tool? There it is. So all I have to do is click on the segment. There's D. There's E. There's F. Now, probably what I'm going to do with each one of, now I'm going to come back and hit move again. This is what many students forget to do. I'm going to right click on D. I'm going to go to the settings. I want to now show the label and the value, the name and the value. And I want to rename it. The midpoint of AB was named, I believe, midpoint BC is P, right? So let me just check that. Midpoint of AB is P. I'm going to check that real quick. And there we have it. So midpoint of M is, P is the midpoint of AB, M is the midpoint of BC, and N. Okay, so right. Okay, that's fine. All right, so where was I? Looks like I was right here. So now I want to read BC, the midpoint is M. Okay, so I'm going to rename this as M, and then I'm going to show the value as well because I'm asked for that value. All right, and then this one I'm going to rename as N, and I'm going to show its value as well. Okay, so now I've got these. So now, I wanted that capital out, N. Okay, and now I've got these midpoints, which I was asked for. That's good. Going to hit the move tool again. Now, what else do I want? I think I want the intersection point between the lines AM and BN, and I want the equations of those lines. Well, that's easy. I'm going to use the line tool, all right, and there's the line. For the line between, and I read here, select 2 points. It's A, okay, A and M, and there's my line. Now let's just invest, and then let me go back up and hit the move tool again. Let's investigate the properties of this line. I can either go to the algebra menu. The latest thing I have here is the line y equals minus x plus 8. That looks good to me, so I'm going to show the object and its label. Okay, name and value is what I mean there. So I've got, I actually want just the value. Settings, name just the value. The value is the formula. Okay. So y equals minus x plus 8. That's what I'm asked for. Come back up. Make sure I'm on the move tool. Move tool. Now I also want bn. Okay, that's good. So bn. That's easy. So I'm going to back down to the line tool. Line bn. There it is. Probably show its value. Okay. And it looks like they're giving me the values here. in y equals mx plus b form. There, I did what I warned you guys not to do, and that is I forgot to check back to the move tool, okay? And here it is, y equals, now of course I can change the colors of these lines if I want to, which might be a good idea, but it's not required at this time. So there I have it. Now I need the intersection point, so I'm going to come up to intersection, is here, and I'm going to click on the point, and there's that intersection point. I don't know if they gave me a name for that intersection point. Find the coordinates of the point of intersection. No, so it'll also be D, okay? So now I have to show that D also lines on CP. Well, there's an easy way to do that. I could, for example, just say, yeah, the coordinates of D, okay? So now this is the hard part of the question, and it's also the hard part for most students, and you know, I think it's a good idea for us to try to understand how to do this, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave myself some space, and I'm going to say, well, it's pretty clear that D lies on the line x equals 4, okay? Now remember, the coordinates of C are -4, -1, and P is 4, 6.5. So therefore, let me just write this by using the text tool, okay, that CP is the line x equals 4, and you know, here I might even do something like this. CP is the line, is the vertical line, x equals 4, just to let the examiner know I know what I'm doing. Of course, I should spell line correctly. CP is the vertical line, x equals 4. Okay, that's a nice little piece of text in there. By the way, I'm getting rid of this grid. The grid's not helping, okay? CP is the vertical line, x equals 4, okay? There it is. And the coordinates, all right, let's just write it this way. How do I get the coordinates of D? Well, so here, D is the intersection of y equals minus x plus 8 and y equals, I believe it was 1/4 x was that plus 5 or plus 4 or what was that? Let's just try 1/4 x plus 4. Let's see. Well, I know it's going to be 1/4 x plus 3, right? Let me see. Okay. Yeah, 1/4 x plus 3. Okay? So D is the intersection of y equals -8 and y equals 1/4 x plus 8. So here I need to show that this lies, that the x coordinate is 4. So I'm going to have -x plus 8 equals, so let's just do this. Let's switch here to latex formula, and that's fine. Equals, now let's use a fraction, 1/4 x plus 3, and that's good, okay? So now I've got this, -x plus 8 equals 1/4 x plus 3. Let me try a new line here. So now I'm going to multiply both sides by 4, and yeah, then I'm going to get -4x minus x, so I'm going to have minus 5x equals, and then I'm going to have 3 on the right times 4 is, yeah, plus 12 minus 32, which implies that, let me use a symbol here, implies that x equals 4. Okay? X equals 4, so that should look okay. Yeah, that looks okay. All right. So now I'm going to just write that since the intersection point, or just, I don't need since, let me just write, the intersection point has, I don't even need to find what the x value, what the y value is, an x value of 4, therefore it lies on CP, which is the line x equals 4. Okay? So I think I'm going to put a return here, and there we have it. Okay? So maybe I need to just scroll out a little bit, move everything up, use the move tool, move this one up, move that one up. You know, if you want to make things prettier, you can align all this stuff. But we can put, yeah, let's just put this here. And I think I'm done. Okay? So that's how you use GeoGebra to solve this problem. Let's see, have I found the coordinates of mn and p? Mn and p, m is 6.2, n is 3.5, p is 4. Yes, I have. Okay. Have I found the equation of the lines AM and BN? Yes, I have. AM is up here. That's y equals minus x plus 8. And here's BN, y equals 1/4 x plus 3. Okay. Have I found the coordinates of the point of intersection? The coordinates of the point of intersection, D. I should actually just show the value there as well, name and value. Okay. And there they are. 4, 4 is the intersection point. That's good enough. Okay. And have I have I found the have I shown that D lies on CP? Yes, I have here. And you know, just for the fun of it, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to show the area of that triangle, and it happens to be 30. Now, if you were asked to calculate the area of the triangle, I'm sure you could do that, but I would hope and want that you know how to do that both by hand and by using the technology. And that's kind of what I mean. And of course there's a way to do that, and probably I'm not sure exactly how you would do it, but you could use one of the formulas for area. But yeah, looks like a nice challenging problem to do that by hand, but look how easy it is to do it by technology, right? Okay, that's how you use GeoGebra to solve a geometry problem.